testing every type of pellet I can find to see which one's actually the best for you. From some of the most hated pellets on the internet to some of the top rated pellets around the globe. Find out which pellet's actually the best out of all of these, we're gonna have to run them through a series of tests. First test is gonna be accuracy, so I'm just gonna set up a bullseye about 15 yards out. We're gonna see which pellet gets the closest to the bullseye. And for the second test, we're actually gonna take them out squirrel hunting to see which one does the most damage to squirrels. Pretty much just gonna add up the scores of all of them that are already on that thing. So 15 points for dead on the bullseye, 10 points for close, 9 points for around the third ring. Here's the ones we're going to test today. First one, we have these Diablo Exacts, which are round nose. I've never actually tried these, but I've heard they're pretty good. These are the Barracuda Hunter Extremes. And we have some of these Gamma Red Fires. We have these Crossman Premier Hollow Points, 7.9 grains. And here we actually have some lead-free pellets from Crossman. And here we have these Daisy 177 flat nose, and these come in a nice little convenient case so you can strap onto your jeans or whatever you want to strap them onto. And then here we have the G hammers. These are the heaviest out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think these are probably going to perform the worst just because they're so much heavier, but they do pack a lot more of a punch than all these other ones. All right, let's run the first pellet. We're going to start with these Diablo Exacts right here. Let's load up 3 and see which one's most accurate. Alright, walking up to our first group. Looking pretty good. This one was my bad, so I'm not going to count this one. That was just because I to the side a little lower, but yeah, it looks like we're shooting pretty good. Yeah, I think we got 2 9s and a 10. So that'd be 28. Alright. Guys, I'm looking at this group. This is with the Hunter Extremes. We did get a 10, then a 9, and then an 8. That is an interesting group right there. So that would be 27. Okay, so I just checked I just shot the Gamma Red Fires. And apparently one just completely missed the thing, but I don't think it was my fault. So that is only, 17? These might be our closest grouping of the day. Yeah, I did have one random low shot there. I don't know what that was about, but that's probably one of our closer groups of the day. Not high scoring though. We have our first tie with the flat nose. Had a total score of 26. Tied with the Crossman Premier. Might have to see whichever one had the best group. All right, guys. I was right when I said the slugs would perform the worst. And then there you can see what it looks like after 3 shots. One of them hit the rock. That is a 0 for the slugs. Yikes. Guys, the flat nose Daisy just lost the tiebreaker. The Crossman Hollow Points nearly got a 15. Really good shot. Almost at that 15 mark. Alright guys, here are the results of the pellet test. In first place, we have the Diablo Exacts with a score of 28. H&N Barracuda in second with 27. Crossman Premier Hollow Points at 26. And we had a tie between the hollow points and the flat nose, but we did a tiebreaker to see which one got the closest to the bullseye, and the Crossman Premier hollow points did. And they also had one of the tightest groups of the entire test. So that is impressive, and these aren't even close to the most expensive ones on here. And they kind of go in order of which ones are the most expensive here. The most expensive ones, the Diablo Exacts, are in first. Second most is the Barracudas. And then with the worst one, do not buy this pellet, the Gamma G Hammer. It is very inaccurate. I mean, it was hitting feet low with a score of 0. It didn't even hit the target. So that got last place. Red Fires were kind of surprising for me because I've used those for a while, and they actually got second to last with a score of 17. Those are a few surprising ones. And yeah, I would say Crossman Premier Hollow Points are probably the best bang for your buck right now for accuracy. We're going to go out and test those on some squirrels. We'll see which ones do the best as far as damage. I think the H&N Barracudas are probably going to perform the best. They're supposed to have better expansion. But yeah, so far, I would say my favorite one is probably going to be the Crossman Hollow Points. Most accurate is the Diablos, but they come at a bigger price point. Alright guys, we're at the spot. See you when we see something. And after missing both of these squirrels, I decided to go back to my house and resight this in to make sure everything was accurate and I didn't bump the scope or anything. Alright guys, we are back. And I also brought some bug spray with me because these mosquitoes are terrible, man. Alright guys, I see one just over there. Got him. Where is he? Oh my gosh, there he is. We're gonna put another shot in him. There we go. We got him. But look at that. I can't show this on YouTube exactly, but looks like I hit lung. Yeah, I think I barely clipped the lung there. All right, guys, we got the pellet gun right there. Is where we just shot our squirrel. Let's go look around and see if we can see anything. Got him. Oh my gosh, guys, we got him. All right, guys, I freaking got him. Is he done? We'll put another shot on him just in case. All right, now he's for sure done. Let's freaking go. Oh my gosh. Now, I will say, difference between this one and the Diablos. One, this one dropped, and two, this one was also a headshot, so I don't really know what's happening early on with all those misses, but man, now I'm starting to have a lot better accuracy, because now I shot two in one day, but I have seen four other squirrels besides this one. There we go. I did put 2 shots to his brain, but he already had a shot to his head. And I believe, trying to find the entry hole, maybe right there, and it exited out the front of his head. But man, he dropped for sure. All right, guys, we got 2 squirrels today. We got the H&M Barracudas knocked out with that squirrel right there, headshot. And then with the Diablo Exacts, we got that squirrel with a lung and a lot of blood loss there. I'll see you guys either tomorrow or the next day when we get our 3rd squirrel. I'm gonna clean these guys right up and I'll see you there. All right, guys, it's been a few days. We're back at the woods to see if we can get another squirrel. We're using the Crossman Premier Hollow Points today. I got high hopes for these. They have a good group. They should be shooting pretty good. And at this point, my mic actually ended up dying, but I ended up dropping the coon with my pellet gun with a lung shot. I put a second shot in him just to make sure he was done, but it actually ended up being a pretty ethical kill on a coon. Pretty impressive for a 177 pellet. Guys, I just got back from the hunt. I didn't end up shooting any more squirrels, but I did shoot that coon with the Crossmans. So kind of unfair comparison, but the Crossman did do pretty impressive with the coon. It actually dropped it, and it just needed a follow-up shot. But yeah, with the lung shot, from about 20 yards up in a tree. As far as hunting goes, these two are kind of tied as far as damage goes. This one, not as much damage, but it does make up for it with accuracy. All these 3 are really about on the same level. If there's a tier for pellets, these 3 would be S tier, in my opinion. These are probably the best if your budget's a little tighter, best value for the money. These, if you're going for like just hunting, pretty accurate pellet, does damage too. I would use these. Then if you're going for accuracy is everything for you, these are the best. Overall, I would probably buy all 3 and see which one your pellet gun actually shoots the best. Every pellet gun is going to be different, and you never know which one's going to shoot the best.